Welcome, my clumsy cooks. Today we have a very special recipe. It's the first time I've ever made this, so come on, join me. We are going to start with flour, like every great story does. Salt, yeast, and this butter, which has to be cold. It doesn't have to be on room temperature, okay? So we're going to mix it bit by bit until the butter starts making like these chunks combined with flour, and well, then we're going to start adding cold water little bit by little. And see, this is why I hate using machines. So when my girlfriend asks why don't you do it, that's the reason. Look at that. Now, where was I? Oh, yeah. We have to add the water little by little. I'm actually adding on teaspoons of cold water. And after that, we just grab the dough and just do as I do. Now, no need to worry about developing much gluten here. What we really want is mostly to make it a little bit plain so that it can go to the fridge and come out of the fridge ready for putting it on whatever thing you're going to use to bake your pie. Well, now that you got to that point, you basically have it figured out. That's enough. There's no need to keep on doing it. Now I'm just spreading a little bit of wheat flour because I'm going to bake these little babies and I'm going to throw them into the fridge for maybe about, I remember, half an hour, I think it was. Um, so yeah, we just need them fridge and ready for the baking action. Now comes the best part, guys. We're going to start making the filling. For this we need the fruit, basically all the berries that we're going to use, and a little bit of water. So we're going to drop the fruit in there along with sugar, and we're going to boil it, not really for an exact amount of time, just boil it and make sure that the fruit starts dropping the juices. And now I added too little sugar, to be honest. My recommendation would be for you to drop about what, maybe 3 or 4 tablespoons of sugar, not less than that. Something very important here is that we're trying to um, boil the fruit, not burn it. So if you feel that you drop too little water, you can drop some more. But remember that the fruit is going to drop its juices, so it'll end up looking like this. Once they have simmered a little bit, scoop out half a cup. So we start dropping the cornmeal, and then after we have mixed it, you will notice that it's a little bit lighter in color, and it's going to start getting thicker once it goes back to boiling. So delicious, so beautiful. Anyways, you have to simmer it again for 2, maybe 5 minutes till it gets a little bit thicker. This is exactly the kind of magic I was talking about. Now if you look at it, it's kind of like a jelly. Again, at this point, guys, I do recommend that you have added your sugar, but if you haven't, well, it's at least still boiling, so it should be fairly easy to mix. Now remember that this guy was frozen, refrigerated at least. You don't need to freeze it for reals. And you want this to be thin, but I'm just not going to show you the whole process because it will last a lot, and this video is already long enough. So here it is. This is more or less how it should be looking. Not too thick, and obviously not thin as a tortilla, but you know, just do something with it. After you have set the base, remember to cut the excess, and you can use it later as a for decorations, or if you don't want to, well, you can just bake something else, I guess, with the little dough that will remain. Well, I am no professional pie maker, but I must say I'm quite proud of this. Now it's up to the oven. Now just let this little jello to chill for some minutes until you no longer feel it's too hot. Guys, we have left this chill for far too long. It's time for it to start working. So we drop this in. Check the temperature, not too hot, so that's good. We drop the whole mixture in there. Wanted to save something for some cheesecake, but I guess won't be able to save anything. This is bigger than I thought. Remember the ritual. Now I give this a little taste and tell you guys what it tastes like. Wow. So, do you guys remember those jellies that are supposed to be artificial flavor? Well, this just tastes like that. So, send my best compliments to whoever made fake berries flavoring, because it's very good. Here comes the blanket time. And remember, we need to cut the excess again. So I'll see you in a bit. Now we seal this, so we need to find where the crust is. There we go. Just when you find it, you just have to pinch it, and the dough will do the rest. And now, remember, our pie needs some holes in order to not explode inside of the oven. So nothing more beautiful than the typical crosshair, which I have seen in every single pie ever. Well, no, not really. On a bunch of pies. Ooh, it's not symmetrical. That's so sad. Let's just poke something else here. Something to decorate. So, as you can hear, the oven is preheating at I have it at 200 degrees. It has been there for like maybe 15 minutes. No, 10 minutes. So now I'm going to crank it up to 350, and I'm going to leave this 30 minutes, and hopefully when I come back everything is cute, beautiful, and good smelling, and not burnt. What is we can handle this? So here is our pie. It didn't grow, unlike what I expected. Let's bring a knife. Would you guys agree that this knife is pointless? Okay, cuts very easily. Let's take a small piece. Oh, that's nice. The crust is a bit flavorless. I was expecting something a bit more buttery. Uh, Here we go. Wow, look at this. So, let's see. Let's have a bite. You know, maybe I should have added a little bit more of sugar when I was having the fruits simmer. Also, the amount of smoke coming from here is impressive, considering that it's been an hour since this finished cooking. Let's have another taste. As soon as the camera gets to... Never mind. Interesting. It's sweet, it's not sweet, it's something weird. It's very good. I mean, despite the fact that I had a sweet tooth and that's the main reason why I prepared this, it's very good. Overall, I would say 3 to 4 sugar tablespoons instead of 2 like I added will make it better. Imagine that you're trying to prepare compote instead of simmering fruits just for a pie, which I guess it's the same principle, except because you're not going to drink it. No. That's different. That was especially good. You know, something that I discovered is that the more you eat, the better it tastes. Like it's some sort of addictive pie. And the berries are very good. Yeah, fantastic. Overall, yeah, prepared this one, but instead of 2 tablespoons of sugar, add 3 or 4. I would go for 4, definitely. Well, there you have it, my clumsy cooks. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please comment what could be better, and don't forget to leave your like and subscribe. Thank you. I'll see you next time.